full-blown Rolex lover boy.
I am. And there's the man who said it, who made that proclamation. Hello, everyone. This is Bobby Legs, and welcome to a Thursday night watch talk. And I am joined by my good friend Wolfgang. Wolfie, how are you, my friend?
Good, good. Thanks for having me back before I go home.
I know. We'll try to soak up as much Wolfgang as we can before he goes home. And it's always sad when Wolfie goes back because he can't join our live streams all the way in Europe. He's sleeping. He's catching up on his beauty rest.
It's
So
3 a.m. my
yeah,
time. You guys go on, yeah.
the best part is like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll see comments because you'll watch it. Right? You'll
Yeah,
watch it like when you wake up, and then you'll
I
say,
usually watch it in the afternoon.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Get up.
Wolfie, so what are you wearing on your wrist today?
Uh, Geo,
Ah, that's such a beautiful
yeah,
watch.
still
Awesome.
fighting Katie for it, but I'm doing good.
Is that one that you'll bring back with you to?
No, it's
No.
gonna stay here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring the new IWC home.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a beautiful watch, and I got to see that in person last week. Um,
Yeah.
Such a great watch. I felt like we didn't really talk about it much last week, but and maybe we will during the course of the show. I have on my Zin 856 UTC. I went to the
Third
dentist
time,
today.
right? That's the
Huh?
one that you bought that you
This
rebought three
this is
times.
this is the third time. Yeah. Now look, again, the first time I had it, I sent it back for servicing because there's an issue, and then they just like refunded my money because they couldn't give me a replacement. So I didn't sell it then. So I've only sold this
Oh yeah.
watch once. Only sold it once. So and of course, like today, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should sell it, you know. But I'm not. But I'm not. That I
Not
have
yet.
to I have to learn that when I get those thoughts in my mind, just to sit with it for a little bit, right? And,
Yeah,
and not
that makes
you know
sense.
yeah, not make emotional decisions like that because I do like this watch. I do really really like this watch. I also picked up another watch today, and then we'll get into that in a little
Ahmed wants to
while.
come on. Send him the link.
Oh, Amin, okay. Amin wants to. Okay, sure thing, Amin. Let me put that in the chat.
Just don't put it in the chat so that the riffraff doesn't come on. Hi guys.
Hey, I'm back. Okay, sorry. uh, there you go. Let me put that in there for Amin. Hey, and so let's say hello to some of the people um, who are here this evening. Let's go. And Bill K. Hey, Bill K. How are you today? What is going on? Peter C. is here. Jeffrey is here. What's up? Keith is here. How you doing, Keith? Wilson, what is going on? I just read your message, but I already sent Amin. Well, I put the link in the chat, so hopefully Amin can grab that. Joey B is here, and anybody else who wants to join, with the caveat that you better have good audio and a good headset. Um,
And only nice people.
what was that?
Only nice people.
And only nice people. I won't let you in if you're not nice. Steve, how you doing, sir? What's going on? Pale horses here. Hey, Amin. I'm just rifling through the chat real quick. Alex, what's going on? Um, James is here. What's up, James? Neff is here. What is going on, sir? Scott is here. How you doing? Would you guys buy a pre-owned Rolex from Yoma Shop? Ooh. So Yoma Shop, one of the big, gray market online dealers out there. They do sell used watches. Um, so when it comes to like new watches, like I have a personal rule, and I think other people have almost the same kind of rule. I don't buy. I would say I wouldn't buy watches over $1,000 that are over $1,000 from Yoma Shop. I'm comfortable buying some of the watches that are a couple $100 from Yoma Shop, but I've heard some stories. I've heard some issues, and pre-owned Rolex, there's probably not too many places that I would buy from, and Yoma Shop is not one of them. I just don't know. I haven't heard a lot of people say that they bought pre-owned Rolex from Yoma Shop. Um, like David SW, that's one thing. Bob's Watches, another thing. But Yoma Shop, I don't know. Any feelings on that, Amin?
I've bought I bought a Speedy Pro from Joma Shop, and
Hmm.
I've bought other watches over 1,000 from them, but
Oh, okay.
I never bought pre-owned from them.
Yeah, but you've had good experiences buying, mid-tier luxury watches, let's say, from Yoma.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff I bought was probably between 1,500 and 2,000, that kind of
Yeah.
range, or 1,000 and 2,000. But the Speedy Pro was like 3
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Even those two ladies Tag Heuer watches that I bought um, were under 1,000 from Yoma Shop. So
Yeah,
um,
I bought a Longines. I bought some Longines. I bought some Oris. I bought a Oris, some Hamilton. All
yeah.
perfect.
Wolf, you haven't bought anything from no. Do you buy anything online? Or do you go to you deal through dealers?
Watchbox, I buy from
Oh,
Watchbox,
right. Okay.
and I bought kind of online, Tourneau, now
Yeah.
Bucherer.
Gotcha.
I picked them online and then, had them
Mm.
shipped to the location in Vegas.
Okay.
But that's about
But
it.
with Watchbox, you've developed relationships, right, with people who work at Watchbox, right? I mean, like with Yoma Shop, I don't know if there's any relation building there. You know what I mean?
I've no
So
idea.
yeah,
I think Crown and Caliber, most of those places, I know nothing about Choma Shop.
yeah,
Doesn't have a good reputation, what I hear.
yeah,
But Crown and Caliber basically operates the same way. I think you get in touch online, but then
yeah.
somebody calls you, or you get a
Gotcha.
person.
Yeah. Man, what are you wearing on wrist? We might as well get to that.
IWC Pilot Chronograph.
Oh, you love those pilot chronographs, oh yeah. So does Wolfie. Peter C asking Wolfie, has he tried Dan Dan noodles again?
No, unfortunately not. But those were really good noodles.
I asked the chat to have some questions for you, Wolfie. So hopefully we'll get some questions throughout the chat today. Wilson asking Wolfgang, how much of the world do you secretly control?
I already answered it. None.
Okay.
And
Neff, go ahead. Sorry, Wolfie.
I think it might be a better world if I'm in charge, but there'll be a lot of stuff that you guys wouldn't appreciate. So
yeah, like three whole chicken Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know if
chicken is gonna be banned to 1 day a week, but there's cigar smoking everywhere. There's driving without speed limits. There's the government will be cut by 90%.
Yeah.
So it's
okay. Neff saying, does Wolfie ever plan on selling any watches, or is there one watch that he would sell his entire collection for? Ooh.
I sold, last year I sold my 2 chronographs. That was the last time I sold something. And in the beginning, I sold some, traded some. I always traded. I never sold anything out of it. And I don't think, you don't know what's going to happen in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. Maybe I'll trade a chunk of my collection for something special.
Yeah.
At the moment, I enjoy collecting, and I don't want to.
Yeah, you said it the other day that you're not really interested in the uber expensive luxury watch. You're interested in more, like 10 to 20 range watches, and
we talked about it before. It's a big question. If you have a budget of 100K in the next 5 years, you buy one, or you buy 120K every year.
Yeah.
What's more enjoyable? What's gonna bring more enjoyment in the hobby,
Yeah.
with collector friends and social
Mhm.
media, and so I don't know. Then there's the other thing, you have super expensive pieces,
Mhm.
and some might not be recognizable. You'll probably be super safe with the DB out in the world because
Right.
nobody knows what it is.
That's true.
They might cut your hand off for
Yeah.
a toner, but
Yeah.
pieces nobody knows.
That's I should buy a DB. You're right. You're
I
absolutely
think you
right.
should.
James saying, question for Wolfie: is there any watch he would trade? No. Okay, so that
Same question.
same question there. Okay.
Not really, yeah.
Hey, James is here. The Great Gambino Watch Reviews did a really good review on the Black Bay Pro I watched today. Awesome. Good job, James. Alex, 2 a.m. there. Yeah, buddy. Thanks for sticking in with us here. Symphony for the Bezel. Wolfgang, my favorite guest on the Bobby Legs Loves Watches chat. Yeah.
You.
Wow. That's awesome. Porsche Man 911. What's going on? How you doing? Wayban is here. How you doing? And still in the honeymoon with his SBGJ 249 show. Ken Spear checking in for Pittsburgh. KR Joy is here. What is up? How you doing? Symphony Professor saying I was just about to snag an IWC Pilot 36, but got a call from my AD that the Explorer 1 I ordered came in. Well, congratulations for getting that watch, and hopefully you'll still be able to snag that IWC Pilot 36 for sure. Hey, Rasan, what's up, man? How you doing? Great to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Chaz from the Berg is here. What's up, Chaz? How you doing? Jeffrey O'Neill, all the way from Perth, Australia, wearing his U50 Mother of Pearl as usual. Joey
Nice.
B's wearing his North flag. And let's see. Any questions for Wolfie? Wayban saying no to Yoma Shop. I don't trust their after purchase support. Okay. James saying I would buy a new one in regards to Yoma Shop. Picked up my Omegas and have been thrilled. I definitely do not feel comfortable buying used. Okay.
Well, I knew, I guess you have the brand warranty, right? So that makes it less of a headache.
Well, do you get that? I don't think you do,
You
right?
don't?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah. Because I guess however they get it, right? From ADs, the ADs hold the card.
Yeah.
You
Then
get
it's
Yoma Shop offers you like a 2-year warranty or something like that, but I haven't heard great things about that. But you always seem to hear the bad things, right? Like the good things you never really hear as much. So
they'd be out of business if it was all bad.
yeah, that's true. And Symphony says, here I've been referring to Yoma Shop the whole time. No, the correct pronunciation is Yoma Shop.
Is it
Symphony.
really? Or is that just a Yabi thing?
Yeah, it's just me. Neo is working out, so he's mostly so he's not being rude. No worries, Neo. Take it easy.
I
Hope
like
you have a good
hearing
workout.
Wolfie say Bucherer and you saying Yoma Shop. It's sort of like
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Bucherer. It's Swiss.
yeah.
All right, man. Okay,
It's
question
also
for
a
Wolfie.
Yoma Shop.
It's also Yoma Shop, and
Yeah.
that's not Swiss. It's not Swiss. What is your favorite watch brand and favorite watch? Now, don't answer that question. Ahmed, what do you think Wolfie's going to say?
His favorite watch brand and
Yeah.
favorite watch. I think he's gonna go IWC.
I think he's going to also go IWC. And I think let's say favorite watch that he currently has. Let's say that. And I think he's gonna. I know he's really smitten over that Paul Weber, but I don't know if that's gonna be. I'm gonna say Paul Weber just because I think he's been really smitten over it. What do you think is his favorite watch?
don't think he has a favorite. I think the gears are turning. He's trying to think himself right now. What's his favorite watch? I'm gonna go with a dark horse candidate here and say the rose gold 50 fathoms.
Oh, how dare you?
That's
Um,
really up there, that's for sure.
okay, so answer, Wolfie. What's your favorite brand?
I mean, judging by what I bought, it's IWC, you know. So I would say IWC makes a lot of watches that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Armin got the Ingenieur, the older one, and they, even going back, they have some. So you could say it's my favorite. Either that or Omega, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I always think that if I would only go one brand, because IWC doesn't have a compelling diver for me, I'd probably go Omega.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
they have everything.
Yeah.
So those two probably brands. Watches is more difficult. Both are in the running, you know, top 5. What I
Oh,
have, Paul Weber, 50 Fathoms.
what are the other ones that make that?
Let me guess. Mojave, IWC or no?
I think Big Pilot, the black dial 46 is still my favorite.
Me too.
So I probably prefer that over the Mojave and put that in the top 5.
Yep.
It's difficult, you know. The Chapek
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I like the black,
Mm.
the styling of. It's difficult,
Difficult.
very difficult.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, thank you for being a good sport, though, and joining us and letting us know. Excellent podcast with you. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. It was fun doing that. Wolfie, what is Katie's favorite watch brand and
Rolex.
watch? Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm
Rolex
sorry.
and no problem. Rolex, and she loves that Daytona of hers, right? I mean, that's
No,
her.
no, no. Daytona is her least favorite.
What?
Probably her favorite is the Wimbledon Datejust
Oh,
two-tone 36. I think that's her favorite watch she owns. I think. Yapmaster she likes too.
do you think she that the new GMT, would that be her favorite if she got it?
Could be, you know,
Yeah,
because it has a lot of green in it. She likes
yeah,
green. That's why the
yeah.
Wimbledon dial, she always liked it. We'll see if we get it and how she likes it. It's just, you know, the Wimbledon. She always liked the Wimbledon dial when it
Hmm.
was only available in 41. We've seen it, and she always liked it. And it has a little green. She likes the Roman, and she likes a little, you know, the two-tone on that one is really nice looking.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it's definitely she's a Rolex fangirl.
Is that why you were begging, Wolfie? Was for Katie's watch?
No, that was for fun because I knew the
That
girl.
picture was hilarious. So funny.
James with the question: is there a watch you would buy if it meant also you can never eat chicken or dan dan noodles again?
Well, I wouldn't mind never eating chicken again anyway. You know.
I think that was a silly question. Mr. Jones, how are you? Good evening. Brendan is here. How are you? Um, let's see here. Some new faces. I see Aaron's here. Thank you, Aaron, for showing up. Hey, Big Wrist is here. How are you? Neff, another question for Wolfgang. Was there ever a watch that you wanted and got that disappointed you, or that you didn't like that it exceeded your expectations? So a watch that disappointed you that you really wanted, or a watch that you know didn't think anything of it, you liked it, but it didn't
The
exceeded
only
your
thing,
expectations.
a watch that I bought in the beginning of my collection was a Bell and Ross bronze, um, and I liked the look, but I couldn't handle the square case on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I returned that one and kind of bought something else.
Yeah.
The thing that comes to mind is like especially in the beginning, the Planet Oceans, the 45.5, all the ceramics they have and others. On pictures, I always thought perfect, so
Yeah.
good looking, but on the wrist, it doesn't work. It's too weird looking. The case shape, the proportions is off. So that was kind of one that really disappointed me on the wrist compared to pictures.
Hmm.
And the other part was one that exceeded my expectations. Many that I bought were actually, like the Paul Web is an example. I only saw it once. I thought I would like it, but I didn't think I'll order it blind. Then I saw it once for a brief moment. I bought it, and when I got it, it kind of exceeded my expectations. So that happened a few times.
Yeah.
But one that I didn't like at first, I don't know if I ever.
But you wouldn't have bought a watch that you didn't like.
Yeah, but just in general, if I,
Yeah.
I'm thinking if was there ever something that I thought I didn't like and then I saw it and liked it. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I mean, the Air King is a good
Airplane is
example.
an
Like,
example for you, yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
oil money with the tough question here: Wolfie, boxers, tidy whities, or a high thong? A high thong.
Sure. No, it's boxes. The tidy
Boxers.
whities, I think I know what that is.
Yeah.
Boxer. What else? What else did you say?
No, it's your response. It's your response is the best.
Well, that's English, I don't know. I don't even know the German word for those. I
It's
don't
a und weit tighties, or no?
I don't even know what that means. It's Unterhose is the German word for underwear, Unterhose.
Unterhoden,
Oh, Unterhose.
Unterhoden, or like Lederhosen,
Exactly.
right?
The hose is in there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wolfie likes Lederhosen. He does. He
No, I
does.
only have one pair.
Wolfie, you totally love Lederhosen.
I think we have them here. So if we ever do a group meet in Vegas, I might wear me and Katie will come in the Austrian outfit.
Well, why wait then when you could wear it now? Wolfie, baller. Wolfie, baller. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
mine look-
So look, I mean, I figured let's get this out of the way. I want to talk a little bit of something, a little rumor that came out recently about Rolex, and I just want to focus on this maybe for a little bit. I know some people in the chat might be interested in this conversation, and others might not be, and I totally understand. We have a diverse group, but it's something that I just want to talk about and see what people think. I'm not sure if this is a whole big nothing burger or if it's actually something that is a possibility, right? So let me pull up the article here. An article from Watch Pro is Rolex rolling out a certified pre-owned watches, and from the article, what I'm getting at is that Rolex, in partnership with the ADs, is rolling this pre-owned program where people can trade in their Rolex and trade up basically. And so then the ADs would get the watch and service it and clean it up and whatever, and then be able to sell it, for whatever the going rate, right, is in the secondary market. Um, is this really nothing, a nothing story? I mean, right? I mean, do ADs already kind of do this already in a sense? Amin, like, what do you think?
I mean, the ADs near me do this, right? So they sell used Rolex for I'm trying to think if they sell current models or just previous ones. I think they sell current ones too, at market rates. But it's not. I don't think Rolex is involved, right? Rolex isn't distributing those watches to the ADs. They're not keeping tabs on the ins and outs of those watches.
Right.
So I think it's already happening. I think if Rolex was involved, I think it would be good. I don't really have an issue with it.
So what I'm seeing here in this article is that Rolex will be encouraging, or the thought is, right, because this is all rumor, that they would have these little mini service centers, right, that the ADs would have to have, and they would be able to, clean up these watches, fix them up, repair them, and then sell them. And then the key factor here, and where it's a little bit of a game changer, with these certified watches, you'd get the Rolex warranty, the same warranty as you would get for a new Rolex watch. So that could be a little bit of a game changer. That's definitely going to make these watches maybe even more of a premium than some of the secondary watches. I just don't really know how this is going to roll out. And I know there's a lot of games that are being played now anyway, right? So what does this mean if you already have a Rolex and you want to trade it in? Are you going to get preferential treatment because the AD can then rebundle this watch and sell it for a higher premium compared to the average person who comes off the street who hasn't doesn't have a Rolex, right, but wants to get a Rolex? Like, is it going to be that much tougher now to get one? I don't know. Wolfie, do you have any thoughts? I know you're not a huge Rolex lover boy like I am, but
Well, like Armin said, the Bucher is a good example. They've been doing it for a long, long time. The only thing that would make a difference is that maybe Rolex offers a 5-year warranty in the certified program, and Bucher offers a 2-year warranty.
Right.
So that's the only difference I see. You can bring any of your Rolex to Bucher now. If you bought it there, you might have a problem on the new side. That might be something that would change if it's official. But everything else, if something's wrong, and Bucher has a big watchmaker department, but if they can't fix it, it goes back to Rolex anyway under their warranty. So I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference if it's really true. I don't think it's true, but that's based on my brand. What I think Rolex is and wants to portray. I don't think they're gonna go that way. I don't think they're interested in any of that stuff, but might be wrong. That's just based on my.
Why would they do it? What do they have to gain? Unless they're going to get a cut, right? Are they? What do they have to gain from this?
Maybe they don't like what they see in the secondary market. I'm not saying that they do or not. I don't know. I'm not in the room. But maybe they just don't like it,
Would that be a way for them to control it better than now? Like I said, I mean, Bucher is one of the biggest ADs in the world, and they probably operate so many Rolex boutiques. So, Rolex basically obviously knows it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a problem with it.
Would they be getting a cut? Like, would they be saying, right now they give a sub to the AD for however much money, and then the AD sells it for more than that. Let's just say if they, do you know what the margins are? I have no idea. But let's say if Rolex gives a watch to the AD for $6,000 and the AD sells it for $10,000, right? And then let's say that the market value of that watch is 18,000. Is Rolex going to now start selling it to the AD for the pre-owned ones to the AD for 13,000, 14,000? Like, are they trying to get a piece of the action? Because that I think would look like, I don't think they would want to get into that, Rolex. I don't think it looks good
Yeah,
for
and
them.
how would it even work? Because
Yeah.
Rolex doesn't sell anything by itself. So
Yeah.
even the trade-in would have to come through an AD in the first place.
Yeah.
And also difficult to see how they would set it up for them to get a cut. It's not like, I mean, I don't think they would ever set up like an online business
Yeah.
where people would ship the watch to Switzerland or to a headquarter in the US, and then the pre-owned are distributed to the. Rolex doesn't operate in that way. They don't do any retail business themselves.
Detroit Spartan says AD margin 39%. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
how if that were also going to be the case on, it would be, I think it would be interesting if Rolex somehow regulated what their ADs were allowed to do, right? On selling pre-owned Rolex, but I don't know how they could do that.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
But I don't if Rolex wanted to make more money, they all they could do is raise prices by 5,000 on every single piece, and they would sell the exact same money. And they don't do it, so I don't think Rolex is in that, the mindset that Rolex isn't in like a publicly traded company.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, look, if money is then not the motivation for Rolex, but they choose to do some sort of program that they partner up with the ADs to sell pre-owned watches, then I think they're bothered by the negativity that's going on in the secondary market and how the prices are going, and it's kind of like people suspecting ADs selling these Rolexes and and through the back door to somebody, and the whole imagery of that. That's the only way. That's the only reason I could think of why Rolex would do this, because obviously, like you said, it's not really for the money. I don't think. Maybe it is, but I don't think so. So they just may not like the whole look of what's going on. That's if this is true. That's if all happens. But this is just rumor, and apparently, this was going around in Watches and Wonder. People were talking about this, and you're seeing this pop up more and more on YouTube from content creators. And maybe it's all noise just to get views and whatnot. But I think it's worth a discussion, and that's why I just wanted to talk a little bit about today. I don't know what the answer is either on this. I don't know if it's good or bad, or what the reasoning behind this would be for sure, if it happens, if it comes to fruition. But I think, look, I'm curious about anything Rolex these days, so that's why I wanted to bring it up. I am the lover boy. James Duffy, I am afraid it will let the Shadier AD move new stock into their pre-owned inventory for overall retail. I don't know. That'd be like really tough to do. I'm sure Rolex has really tight control over that kind of stuff.
See, I think
Rolex,
it makes it less likely that kind of stuff could happen.
yeah,
Right
yeah,
now, if you go into your Rolex AD and go, yeah, I'll sell you my Pepsi for 10,000 if you get me these other watches, right? There's nothing really to stop them from doing that. If Rolex were somehow involved, I feel like it would be a little less likely for them to do that.
mm. Joey B saying Rolex now has a worldwide database of every watch being sold through AD channels. It wouldn't be that difficult. Detroit Summer saying I'd be surprised if Rolex does it as well, but should know soon enough. I think it's interesting. Neff saying here, maybe they want to see who's selling what watches. If they certify used watches, would make it harder to flip. They may, but they would have to be the ones certifying it. Crowns and Cactus. Rolex could donate all used market profits to charity. Well, we'll see about that. Rolex could possibly prevent that with serial number monitoring. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I think there are ways that Rolex could control all this, if they choose to.
I think
Um,
that's way more likely. I think the one thing that Rolex doesn't like at the current situation is the flipping.
yeah.
I think they're working hard. I have no knowledge about anything, but I'm guessing that they're doing a lot of thinking about how they can to prevent the flipping. And so I wouldn't be surprised if any stuff comes out with like a tracking or serial database or whatever. That wouldn't be surprise me at all.
Okay. So I think we had a good little discussion on it. Like I said, I didn't want to take up much of the time doing this. So we'll take a wait and see attitude and what's going to happen in the future. What do you think though? I'll say this: what do you think the odds of this actually happening? And Rolex partnering up with the ADs to sell certified pre-owned Rolex.
Pretty low.
Pretty low. Yeah, Wolfgang.
Yeah, I don't think the rumor is true, but
Hmm.
we'll see.
Okay, fair enough.
Makes no
Okay.
difference.
So I am a man of the people, I feel like, right? I love sharing knowledge, whatever little knowledge I have about watches, with the watch community. And something was brought to my attention today, and I thought it was really, really great. So if you guys are in the market for buying a watch, I quickly want to show you a site. If you are interested in Oceanus, Casio, a Citizen, Seiko, Grand Seiko. This site, Sakura Watches, is having an excellent sale. It's some sort of holiday in Japan, a week holiday, and some of these watches that are here are really at a great price, 10 to 26% off. This is one of the better sites anyway to buy Seiko, in my opinion, especially JDM versions of these watches. Um, and there's some really great deals out there. One that I particularly was eyeing, that I found very, very interesting. Let me get it over here. Is this one over here, the Seiko Prospects, the SBDC 105, $746. I mean, that's a really, really great price. If you go to Noman, you'll see them for 940, or 950. So that's just one example of some great deals here in the Bobby Legs online watch sales market stuff. Anyway,
Look at Keith, what he said.
he said, "I've been on Sakura during the whole show." LOL. Yeah, yeah, yeah. James said it's going to be Golden Week in Japan soon. It's a series of holidays, I think. Yeah, so I think it's this is like their Black Friday sales type event where deals can be made. Hey, Colin, thanks for joining us. How are you? What is going on? Yeah, Keith, just do it. Just do it. Ahmed, what site are you on right now?
I'm looking at Sakura. You just brought it up. This when you do this to me, I end up just looking.
Why
Anything
not?
catching your eye?
I'm always intrigued by those Oceanus watches, and I like Citizen as a company. Those Chronomaster high accuracy
Those are tempting
quartz
too. There's some really good
Citizens.
deals on some of those, Ahmed.
Yeah, I'm looking at some right now.
I'm very proud of Armin. He's been on a purchasing spree lately. I'm so proud.
Yeah, we talked about you a little bit at the end of last stream, talking about like the streak that you've been in. So, all right, what did you? Let's get. What was your proclamation at the beginning of the year?
I said I thought I was probably, let me be fair to myself. Think about the phrasing here.
Mhm.
I said, I think I'm probably gonna shut it down after the Ketelars and the RGM,
Yeah.
with the exception of maybe trading something for equal value.
Right, and you've thrown around the term which has been popular lately here is budget neutral.
And so I did start out by trading for equal value. Like my initial thing was I traded the Longines for a Grand Seiko, and that was exactly equal value, right? So up until that point, I had basically kept my word. And
Yeah.
then I got the spacecraft, and I figured, that's just an unusual watch. That kind of doesn't count.
Right.
And then I got a few IWCs. And then a tutor.
That's why I said I'm so proud.
It
So
sounds,
when you
sounds
so
very harmless when you put it that way, right?
yeah,
A
but
spacecraft, a few IWCs, and a tutor. It's
so this is where your harmless
yeah.
theory goes out the window, right?
Okay.
When did you buy the spacecraft?
I don't know.
Do you remember the date?
At least a couple of months ago.
No,
No,
I don't think so.
I don't
no,
think so
like
either,
a
sir.
month ago, maybe.
Yeah,
Month
probably
ago?
like a month ago.
All right, 6 weeks, maybe.
It's 5. It wasn't 6 weeks. Well, maybe 6 weeks. Okay, all right. So since the spacecraft 6 weeks ago, you bought 2 IDBCs and a tutor.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's correct.
But you sold something too, right? So,
I did. What did I
Oh,
sell?
don't give him a lifeline.
oh, I'm
It,
sorry.
it was almost completely
Yeah.
budget neutral. I sold the Doxa.
Cut it, edit it.
Yeah.
I sold the Doxa.
That's
That's all I sold.
So the one in, one out the door. Forget about that one, right? The one of every brand, no multiples of every brand, out the door, right? You are
That
just
was a fun one to break. Yeah. So the no multiples of brand is I'm through with that phase of my life.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I'm into the Wolfie. I'm into the Wolfie lifestyle.
James. Me too. When I grow up, I want to be just like Almond. Absolutely. Chaz is saying space.
Oh, I traded the UN. Joey's right.
All right.
I totally
Mhm.
forgot to defend myself. I traded one of the IWCs was a trade. No, I when I did the spacecraft and the first IWC, I was trying to defend myself a little bit. But at this point, I acknowledge defeat. I want to get it over with right now. So if I get anything else, there's no more of this.
Keith is saying, I can't wait until next New Year's when everyone says they'll buy less in 2023.
I think I might buy less than in 2022 in 2023. Might happen.
My wife was so kind. Somebody was grilling me about this, and she said, but you had a slow phase. You went through a dry spell for a while before this. So I was like, oh,
when?
thanks.
Wait, when? When was the dry spell?
There was some dry spell.
Yeah, a few weeks.
Yeah. Late last year there was a dry spell. My wife says it must be true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, your wife is a saint, so
she's very kind.
A 3-week dry spell, right? Hey, listen, it's a dry spell, right?
You know what it was? When you and I both did the watch fast together.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and I beat you.
Yeah, I don't care.
You broke
I got
it
a
first.
sub out of it. I broke
You
it
got a
because of the sub.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Neff asked, what was the tutor?
The ceramic, Black Bay ceramic, 41 millimeter.
Scott's saying I bought 1.5 watches last year and only half a watch this year. Okay.
I don't know how that works.
Chaz is saying dry spell equals the 2 months while waiting on the bespoke watches to arrive.
Oh man, there's so many people talking crap here that have no business talking crap.
I have toenails longer than Haman's dry spell.
Well, we got guys who are saying stuff about me who get like 2 or 3 Rolexes in a week.
Yeah. Remember when Bobby Looks had a yeah, I remember that. My wife couldn't look at me for like a week when I shaved when I had the mustache.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like I looked like the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. What's his name? Anyway.
Yeah,
Kansas
Chaz just acknowledged at least. Hello, Pod. I'm Kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Chaz made some rules for himself this year that he
oh yeah,
has stomped all over.
and this is all like fodder for Colin, right? Because Colin has this like, oh, it's this making these resolutions is garbage and blah blah blah, and now this is like we're just proving him right, so now he's gonna be on his high horse for the rest of the year. Andy Reid, that's who I look like with the mustache. Thank you, Joe. Okay, so then what's looking good this week then, Naman? What are we're gonna pick up soon?
I'm not gonna pick up anything very soon.
Mm.
But there's always things that catch my eye. But yeah, nothing super soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dip says he didn't buy anything from November till February.
Well, he was out of country. I mean,
Yeah,
and he was around his family.
Still,
that's
that was disappointing. That was, that wasn't good. I didn't like it.
Yeah, Amin with his dry spell and Wolfgang with his math.
Well, my math is spot on, really. If you think about it.
Soon equals 45 minutes. Browsing Sakura. I'm not picking up anything anytime soon.
I'll tell you,
Tell us. No, tell us.
I am gonna try not to pick up anything on Sakura.
I mean, look. I mean, if you're gonna do it, now's the time to do it, right? Because those sales are unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a citizen there that oh man, I gotta show some restraint. But there's a beautiful citizen there that's plus minus 5 seconds a year. With Sarasu polishing, nice. Titanium case and bracelet for like 2,100. That's amazing.
Yeah, the Citizen, those the latest releases, they were good. The black dial, I forgot the name, but I think Dan posted a black and a white dial recently. Those were really good.
And they have birds on the dial.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let me bring it up. Because it has like an eagle on it. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, look at that. 2193, 31% off. Just awesome looking watch. Great polishing. Titanium.
Oh, perpetual calendar.
Yeah. I mean, it just has the date, but it you don't have to set it ever.
But that's very unusual, even in a quartz watch.
Yeah.
Citizen is one of the only ones. Is this solar too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Citizen, their solar is bulletproof, right? And combine that with a perpetual calendar, you just got to watch. It's just, and then it's
titanium,
the high accuracy. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna always be right.
Colin likes at 800. Colin likes everything at 800. I've noticed. That is no pheasant. Nope. Fire chicken.
Who said Phoenix? Was that you, Rob? Said Phoenix? Looks like Phoenix.
No, I called it an eagle. Somebody else
eagle.
called it the Phoenix that we know, though, I think.
What did someone say the C was for again? Can't remember. I know
Chicken.
it's chicken.
I think they called it a chicken.
See in there, right?
C for chicken.
I bet you this one. I mean, I've seen some like a video too of this. It
Yeah.
just looks amazing. I mean, look. I mean, like, what would you pay? What would you have paid for? I'm not saying that you would pay it, but like if you went Grand Seiko here, like this, a watch with that kind of specs. I mean,
At
you-
least
it-
$3,000. At least.
well, maybe even more. You know, with a perpetual calendar.
Yeah.
They
I
don't have any
think.
quartz. They don't have any quartz,
Yeah.
high-end quartz with perpetual calendars.
Let alone solar.
Yeah, I am smitten. Peter C. He likes it. I know he would.
You don't find the design a little generic?
I want this to be generic.
Mm.
I like the blue, the plain blue, the simple dial with the chicken on it, and the date and the polishing. I like this for what it is. You know. I did, Mrs. Legs. I did say chicken on it.
I find this a little bland. I love this feature set, and I like Citizen as a brand, and I even like the chicken. But if you threw this in, let me show you the case. Do you remember the Citizen sports watch with the Le Jouperet movement?
Yes. So you're gonna pull it up?
Yep.
Okay.
I heard on a video that they own Arnold and Son. Tim mentioned it today.
Yep.
That's the one I like.
Yeah. So you take this one, and then you put in that dial that you just had on that other one, or the feature set that you just had on the other one. Then I think you got a winner.
Agreed. I mean, but they haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the winner anyway. I like the no date, clean, but it's not cheap.
Got the chicken. No, not cheap.
No, that watch is not cheap.
Yeah, it looks really good. And there's a white dial of this one, even more limited.
Yeah.
Also very good.
They called it the Citizen. That's so ridiculous.
Wayben is saying, I've tried on that blue one at the Citizen Boutique in New York. It's kind of bland, but it's the ultimate set it and forget it everyday watch.
That's true. Oh, the red dial looked nice.
I don't even know how to search it.
Yeah, you never know where Dan finds all these pictures.
Yeah.
I had never seen it anywhere. When the black one was released, there was no mention of the white one.
Yeah.
Maybe just Japan.
It's a good looking watch though.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think these aren't released here in the States. I mean, you'd have to go via proxy, right?
Yeah, they did this with that quartz perpetual calendar.
Oh yeah,
high accuracy solar. I'd be a buyer.
Would you so you'd have to they'd probably remove the small seconds.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe change the chicken.
Put a date window right here.
Yeah.
Remove the small seconds. I'm good.
Lose the chicken, or would you keep the chicken?
Guy, move the chicken to the bottom, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Keep the chicken.
And it wouldn't count because it would be a quartz.
Even better.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
Yeah.
You're looking
Somewhat.
at the calendar. You could put the date on the small seconds, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like it at the 3, but I mean, I get it. For symmetrical reasons, maybe.
Oh, that's another one. That's also good looking.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like here in
Grand.
I feel like here in the States, like luxury, quote unquote, luxury Citizen doesn't get its due. I think people respect Citizen for the eco drive and sportier watch in the affordable range for sure, and some of their divers. But it's almost like I didn't even know that they had these kind of watches available, and they don't. I mean, like I really haven't seen them advertised. I know some of the guys mentioned they've seen them in at the ADs in New York, but I think you see more of these dressier pieces or high-end dressier pieces in Asia.
Yep.
Well, guys, getting to that 10 o'clock hour where be wrapping this up. Wolfie, have a safe trip, man. And it was
you.
again, it was a pleasure meeting you and Katie in Philadelphia. That was a highlight for sure. Meeting guys there and checking out Watchbox.
Hopefully you get to meet later in the year.
Yeah, in New York
Hopefully.
or Vegas. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I'm in. What do you got going on?
Not too much. I started playing with YouTube Shorts that you told me about.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of fun.
It's a fun way to showcase the collection and get and keep viable. Right. Keep your name out there. And you get some great watches, great some pieces that people don't see every day. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, all. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you guys have a great weekend coming up, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Have a good night.
Good night.